different types of emotion: resentment, confusion, doubt, happiness, joy, bliss, kindness, compassion, generosity, selfishness. So these are the varieties of different emotions and feelings. So if the essential nature is not established, then the human mind would be fluctuating on all those words which we mentioned just now. All those words did create some form of experience in us. When we were even talking about it, we felt connected to those words. Maybe in a detached way, or in a way which brings us into an experience which we had. The standards of yoga are different from that. The standards of yoga are not to even experience those on a psychological process. It is to go beyond. Against this particular sutra, the argument is that wouldn't it be a form of suppression? That since there is a variety of all this experience, should we not experience all of this in order to gain maturity and wisdom? Or just not be bothered by any of this and just remain centered and just say that I just feel that I have a deeper sense of bliss. These are one of the two schools. Or maybe even the third school we says that you just feel neutral. Another one says no, just go into the blissful state. The third one says that you must experience all this. When you experience all this, then you become wise. That means if you experience anger, it has to be total anger. If you experience love, it has to be total love. It is jealousy, then total jealousy. This is one particular school. And in ancient times, they had this particular school which spoke about that everything that you see is reality, is real. Everything that you feel is real. Therefore, feel it at the absolute level. That means if it is love, it is absolute. If it is generosity, it is absolute. If it is jealousy, it is absolute. If it is anger, it is absolute. Can it be done like that? Can we live like that? Is it healthy to be like that? Absolute love, for example, let's say you have a feeling and you are absolutely in love. And then another one is absolute hate. This is the opposite. Absolute attraction, absolute repulsion. Is it the way to live? This is one school. It says that you have to. Another school says that none of this should be experienced. So they use the word neti, not this. Any experience that comes on the emotional aspect or any experiences that come from the thought patterns, not this, not this. If you feel love, not this, anger, not this, jealousy, not this, joy, not this, even bliss, not this, maya, not this, reality, not this, illusion, not this, not this, not this, not this. After, let's say, a few months of practicing or 2-3 years of practicing, there comes a particular state of consciousness which just before that itself indicates. Just before, even not allowing one to experience that state. Not allowing. See it coming and then dissolve it. This is the second particular school. But the study of consciousness says the consciousness experiences it 2 or 3 seconds before the actual experience takes place. So even if we negate it from a conscious level, at an unconscious, subconscious level, the experience does take place. So the samskaras or the seed impressions are created within the consciousness. If it is not understood, then it may come at a time when you are not ready at all. So negating in that kind of situation, for me, we're not judging anyone, I'm not judging anyone, but for me I believe that it is to observe and understand. If it is detrimental, dissolve it. If it is beneficial, observe and practice it. And I believe this is what is mentioned here. As a practitioner, all of you may also feel that you have experienced an opportunity to choose between two. One, a feeling of jealousy, another is to forgive yourself to have from having that feeling, and then to have a feeling of generosity towards that person. So this is an understanding that we move towards a state of understanding, but this requires work. That every aspect of our consciousness, every vritti or thought pattern that comes, we attempt to understand in the most simplest way, not a very complex way, just to understand what is happening to me if I have this thought. This is a very simple way, isn't it? It's a very simple way of approaching. What is happening to me when I have this thought? Is it good for me? Does it make me happy? My essential nature is joy. Does it come back to this? If it is not, then it's best that I dissolve it. I understand and I dissolve. If I don't dissolve, then Sutra number 4. If I don't dissolve that vritti, I become that. And many of us may have experienced in the past, or maybe even in the now, some negative feelings which were very difficult to be dislodged from our consciousness. Have we had that kind of experience? Where that particular frustration, and maybe it's not so much that some of you may have trained yourself to personally, anything happens to you is not an issue, you are able to handle it. But if someone else who is your loved ones, if they have that pain or suffering, then we cannot dislodge our consciousness from that suffering. So let's say we have mastered ourselves, that we are able to, as number 3, establish ourselves in our essential nature. What is our essential nature? What do we want to be? What do we want to have, if possible, all the time? What is the best state of consciousness? What is the best for the body? What is the best natural medicine for the body? What emotion? There is only one. The most beneficial state for the body and brain, which produces natural, wonderful medicines and chemicals and hormones in the body, is only one. It's not even positive thinking. It is joy and bliss and happiness. So let's say we have established this within us. Now, comes to someone we love very well, we are bound by that person, bonded to that person through blood relationship or through marriage or whatever. So that person undergoes a certain bad experience or pain. What should we feel? Philosophy says, science says, in order for me to have the best health, I must be in my essential state, bliss, joy and happy. But this person who is closest to you, no one else is close to you as that person, is now suffering. What should be your state of consciousness? Due to the attachment, we feel the pain. We are with them, we care for them, we love them, we are with them, we want to support, we want to motivate, we want to give them our best support, but we feel the pain. Is that the best state? If we look at the Sutra, can we, in our essential nature, which is joy, bliss and harmony, still be able to care and give our best to this person, still maintaining a state of bliss? Though the person is undergoing tremendous pain and misery, do you think that we will be much more effective in our care and our compassion and our efficiency in providing some form of solution and love if we maintain our essential nature, or feel the pain and the agony and the misery, we can maintain the same state of harmony that we attain in the practice of yoga, the same calmness, peace, bliss, generosity, love, without entertaining any form of pain or misery or agony, and be much more effective in carrying the other person, in supporting the other person, in healing the other person, rather than any other emotion. So in all situations, we can see logically and rationally how important this essential nature is. The nature of bliss, harmony, mastery, compassion, love is a much more productive state for self as well as others. I want you to reflect on this, meditate on this, and then we will meet up next week. Namaskar. Thank you very much.